Hey all my friends of the Hive, thanks for tuning in to Birth of a Hive. If you need to recap the rules and goals, here they are. And a quick reminder of what we've been doing. We have been pushing through the ancient tech lab that is at the border of our own community here, in hopes to get it nice and cleared and to obtain all of the research that is inside of it. I did want to go over some tips, though, before I get started. So, tip number one was, well, I've been trying to do the Hive prosthetics all wrong. Anthony mentioned that they have a bench of their own. So if we go into here, to the robotics bench, you will see in crafting that there's something called the Hive skeleton limb bench. Yeah, I really needed to be using this one instead. So let's go set that up. Right next to the other robotics. So we'll have both types of robotics, I suppose. This takes only a few iron plates, and that is a small price to pay. Jay, Mr. J, you are going to grab some of the extra iron plates that are sitting around and stack them in. Another thing I wanted to do, and I guess Andy at least was one of the people that mentioned it, was to run the bone dogs, because it's really not that far. Run the bone dogs home, so that they can ditch some of this loot and be ready to take on some more stuff for us. So I'll do that. Both Red Rain and Thorns is heading home. All right, we are going to gather around again, and they're getting targeted, but it's really not that serious. So I'm going to quickly go through. Beep. I guess Beep, you'll rest. Alright, so taking a look at the floors above, we've got 2 iron spiders. Oh, did they respawn or something? No. They just came down a floor. So we got 2 iron security spiders, excuse me. They're not iron spiders. They're a bit better, stronger, in fact. If you check the differences here, if you're curious, because I did get a few comments about that. Let me try to find a regular iron spider and compare their stats, which is why these guys are so dangerous. The security ones are, that is. Both of you managed to get stuck on terrain. That's kind of funny. Alright, so here is a regular one. Regular iron spider. It's a already somewhat wounded one, but as you can see, its stats are in the mid to upper 30s. That is the average iron spider. Now, if we go check over here to a security spider, well, I could just check a dead one. Mid-60s or low 60s, something like that. So their stats are like twice as high, and then that's really why they're so much more dangerous, because their hits will penetrate and do a lot more damage as well. So it's definitely something to be careful of, for sure. I'm just having a few people rest. I'm not going to lay down too many beds because we are close to home, and I don't want to bother doing that. But we just got the limb bench that I wanted. So Heresy wanted to... well, Heresy right now is working on advanced weapon grades. But then once that's done, we'll be able to start rolling out some economy limbs. Arms and legs alike. The hope here is to grind away on the limbs. Or maybe even what we'll do is we'll grind away on motors. So on the regular robotics bench here, we can make motors. Motors is a component that eventually goes into, prosthetics. And we'll grind away on motors, leveling up our robotics skill, and then making some slightly better than you would otherwise have robotics. Who are you? Why is there a babbler in my base? Odd. Get out. As nice as I can say, just get out. Alright. So the bone dogs are home. They're just freeing up some inventory space, putting some stuff away. We are going to need to go on and yet another trade run, obviously, because we are filling up fast. That's totally fine. I'm game for that once we have this this ancient danger cleared. I'm calling it ancient danger as reference to RimWorld, obviously. It's not an ancient danger. But, yeah. We'll get that cleared. Let's see. Research. And... yeah. Red Rain has 2 plates left. I'm just going to dump them out. And go follow Ron. Alright, we don't necessarily need to wait for them to get back. We should be able to take on some enemies without them. So, Ches. Yes, I should have probably made the run before looting iron plates. But whatever, the damage has been done. So, let's get a few other people in the beds here, the very few beds that we have. Queen, Hella, and Frenchie are going to get ready for some shooting. They are, of course, running quite low on ammunition, but enough to clear the remainder of the spiders. Whoa, there's a spider. Yeah, okay. No, this is the second floor. I thought it was first floor for some reason. Yeah, so we'll get that cleared. Thorns and Red Rain are coming back with an empty backpack. And then I won't have to manage inventories. And I'm just making sure they're making good time. Because sometimes they get... whoa, okay. The fight is here. Sometimes they get stuck. Oh, speaking of stuck, looks like this spider is stuck. I'm gonna dislodge the spider because I don't want to cheese the fight and sort of exploit the line of sights. Come on, but you need to get out here. I don't want to fight you indoors. Okay, it's dead. I didn't want to fight it indoors because my penalties are so bad. Alright, come on, bone dogs. And I do believe there's just one more left as far as I can tell, so that's exciting. Gonna bring the last one out. Bone dogs are just at the base of the facility. Here comes the last spider. So now we have advanced weapon grade, even higher, which means I can now, let's forget these. I can now try to make some MK1s. So as you can see, we could do MK1 weapons, which is exciting. And we've unlocked a whole lot of additional patterns as well. So Crab, you are going to turn jobs back on and get that done. But I can't obviously pay attention to that because we have people in peril over here. All right, here we go. Oh, they're getting stuck again. All right, I'm trying to bring them out. Nope. All right, we'll just fight them inside. There we go. That's the last of them, I believe. So we are going to loot them all up. Which also deactivates them so that they're not going to be a danger to us. Everybody can get off of hold. That doesn't mean that I should wander around. There's still lots of dangers around me. So I got to be careful where I walk. But now at this point, I can poke through this facility. So bottom floor, we got some ancient crate blueprint. Really not all that exciting, but whatever. And some tools. That might be helpful if there's anything that we can't crack open. Most of the other storages, I suspect, will be empty. Just because they generally are in the labs. Yep. Alright, that's everything. Second floor. Red Rain and Thorns, come on up. Because you are my beasts of burden. They, too, are having some serious pathing issues in here. I'm going to see if there's Nope, no terrain fix needing to be done. Interestingly enough. Now, there's probably nothing on this floor except for some electrical components as well. Oh, but funny enough, we can actually research here. As you can see, I guess we're close enough to home to be able to research, but we don't have anything queued up, so. Alright, I don't think we're going to find much in any of these boxes, so the top floor we go. And there's no secret box there, so pretty much all the loot's going to be in this one area here. So you got a burned book. Alright, so here's some ancient science books. That's really honestly what I'm looking for. Medical supplies I can leave behind. I don't really need that. So I'll just try to be very thorough about this. More ancient science books. Now this is an ancient tech lab, which means it is a bit higher tier than just a library or whatever. Which means that the good stuff that we should be getting out of here is even higher quality. Alright, hella just pick up Red Rain. It'll be so much easier. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of good stuff. Safes, barriers. More tools. The safe got a 13% chance. These are the safes that are really, really tough. I'm still 0% over there. So the more I fail over here, the more likely I will, or the more I will level up, or the more she'll level up, and be able to pick harder stuff. So her lockpick is up to 40. Which means she can now pick safes. Awesome. Never have I been so proud of her failures. Okay, so we have an AI core here. I sort of expected that out of the ancient tech labs, so that's really, really good. And of course, there's a lot of other loot here. So Red Rain is just about filled up. Hella, would you be so kind as to grab thorns instead? And then when... Ooh. Just making sure they were dead, because they shifted a little. Then when we go for a trade run, we're going to have tons and tons and tons of money as well, because what I'm not using from this tech lab is going to still yield tons of cash. And here's another ancient core. So that allows me to do higher tiered prosthetics, which is very, very cool. If that's the route I want to go, it depends. I'll have to do like a cost benefit analysis. Hang on just a second. The ambient music is getting a little aggressive. Alright, so there's a motor that I could grab, but I think I'm going to make the motors myself because they're really a really good way to level up robotics. The components that go into the robotics, like motors, don't have a quality setting, so you could be the worst possible robotics crafter known to man, and the motor that you make is still going to be the same quality motor as all the other motors. Whereas the robotics themselves, that starts to matter. You know, you suck at robotics, you're going to make really low quality economy limbs, which won't help at all. My yield from here is pretty good, and we haven't even cracked open the big safe yet. Not to say that the big safe necessarily has amazing stuff, it's just the loot tables, I guess you could think of it that way. The loot tables for this safe are the highest of this facility. And this should be the last box. Wow, that did not take very long. And 2 more AI cores. Fantastic. That is really, really, really good. I'm just going to make sure, I'm just double click. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything else. So, wow. We came away with 4 AI cores. That's, I would say, I think that's a particularly good yield. Well, Ron, you really got messed up. Most of everybody else is pretty fully healed, so what I'm going to do here is just head on home. Now, one thing I should probably do is have a dedicated bed carrier so that deploying camps aren't cumbersome. It would make sense for it to be a bone dog because they stack nicely in a bone dog's bag. But then, of course, the bone dogs can carry so much that sometimes it's better to have them, you know, carry the heavy stuff. So Troller Sauce looks to be the slowest. So let's all fall Troll here and have them head home. And this will turn and do very, very, very good research. I just have to make sure not to step. Oh, this is rebooting. Yeah, there have been some fights over this way. And due to my really insanely high need of iron plates, I don't mind looting any of the damaged spiders on my way home. Now, these regular iron spiders... Oh, hello. Wow, they're really targeting me from a far distance. I'm surprised. Normally they don't aggro from too far away. I just sort of moseyed on out of there. Alright, so here's some more that are rebooting. Yeah, there's 3 more rebooting over here. Might as well take advantage of that, right? Thorin says he has no more room, but I know that's a lie. Yeah, there's been some Lost Howlers bashing a whole lot of everyone out here. Most of these guys are damaged and broken from, my guess is, educated guess, Lost Howler fights. So what else would it be, you know? The Babblers tend to die against them. The Howlers tend to bash them to death. Or into comas. Whatever a robot coma is. I have no idea what a robot coma is, but... Alright. So we're bringing everyone home. We're going to have an incredible amount of research to do. I think what I'm going to do is, well, we have to decide how we're going to spend our AI cores. We have a lot of books that we also got, but the AI cores are really the big question here, because there's a extraordinarily limited amount of them in the world, and I could go on some adventures to try to find some more, but a lot of the AI cores are very tough to get to. You don't just happen upon them willy-nilly all the time. You have to really, truly fight towards them. I know where a lot of them are just from previous experiences, so I do have that going for me, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be happen upon a whole lot of them. So yeah, let's put this science away. And then I think what I'm going to end up doing is to have Queen stick around at home for a bit, rather than redeploy. Queen will do some of this research, and then that frees up Heresy to do the robotics, which is going to be important for us. So I'm just sorting through some of my inventory here, putting the plates away. We have a lot of random trade goods as well. Let's see, I don't want to sell the armor plating. What else? Let's start taking all of the grog. This is going to be a lot of money. Like, quite a yield, I think. Take the rotten meat as well. Alright, so Thorns is basically packed to the gills and ready to go. Red Rain, it's time for you to do the same. So Red Rain has some space for these electrical components. Electrical component money yield isn't all that great, to be honest. They don't yield a whole lot of wealth for the effort that goes in. I'm going to want to keep the... Well, I'm going to keep the tools. But at this point, Hella can pretty much pick anything. There's really not anything in the game that she won't be able to pick at this point, I think. Which is good for her, at least. Alright, there's a whole lot of skeletal muscles, but I'm going to sell these because I'd rather have my, roboticist, crafting them themselves. And then I'm going to go systematically through everyone that, is left in the group to sort of ditch whatever inventories I might have grabbed. Because I still have a bunch of plates and stuff like that on these guys. Queen is going to need some ammunition. In fact, I'm going to need to craft some ammunition, so I'm going to have her take the remainder of the bolts here. But, like I said, she is going to go switch squads entirely. So, Queen, where are you? You are here. So she's going to be hands of the Queen. And then I need to figure out how I want to spend the research. So, we've got 4 AI cores. Now, these AI cores can unlock either skeleton legs and skeleton arms, or Hive specialty. Yeah, maybe I'll do Hive specialty limbs for 2 of my AI cores. And then, Edgewalker weapons are going to take 4 AI cores, so I can save up for that. So I'll do weapon grade 4 and 5 with my books. That's pretty big. I could... Yeah, and then I still have some more books to spend. Outpost type takes engineering research, so sure. Sure, alright, I got some outposts. Ms. Queen, let's turn jobs on and have you research at the research bench. Heresy jumped in there, but Heresy, you are going to be doing something else, so I'm going to take you off research bench and electricals and take you off staying close. You are going to hop on the robotics bench and queue up motors forever. For now. I mean, you're not literally doing it forever, but then storage, I'm going to want robotics storage so that we can store motors and the like. So I'll put 1 in here. I don't want to overdevelop this temporary base because it seems like I could potentially move to the main island relatively soon. Which means, you know, I don't want to invest in the temporary base because I'll be tearing all this down soon. So anyone that needs a little bit of healing, we'll get you healed. We've got a lot of random research here, don't we? Let me go through. Yeah, we still have a whole bunch of inventory. I guess Frenchie, are you close enough? Yeah, you're close enough somehow to put this away. Alright, Red Rain. Take the muscles. I'm gonna actually throw away or sell the wafer blade because it has too many penalties against enemy types that I commonly face to warrant fielding it in battle. I have no idea why I grabbed presses. Alright, we're just about full up. Let's go through the remainder. Okay, that's about everybody. Now the next question, of course, becomes weight and how slow people move. So I still want Ron to heal up, but then I need to make sure that everybody can move at a reasonable speed. So Ron here is wearing light armor. We could definitely encumber him a little bit more. So I'm going to give him the soldier plate. I do have higher quality soldier plate, but I want to make sure that they're able to run. So Ron can actually carry some pretty heavy-duty armor. Alright, so he is at 22 miles an hour, and I think that will be our sort of gauge at how encumbered someone can be. So, Pharaoh, you have to ditch this armor for potentially lighter armor. Because I'm going to go out on an excursion, and it definitely doesn't help to be super, super unbelievably encumbered. So, Hands of the Queen. Let's see. Silver Shade, you're going to ditch your armor. Well, I think actually a better approach to this would be to figure out who I actually want to go do anything. Because I don't necessarily want the same lineup. I want to give everyone sort of equal time. Another thing I wanted to do is arrow making. Let's get some toothpick bolts out. So I believe traditionally, Oboro, you were the crafter for that. Wherever you are. Oboro should be around here. Oh, you were deployed. Okay, let's get you arrow making. Because, yeah, you have a crossbow smith of 29. Alright, so let's switch it up. We have some people that have been benched for a while. So, Talon, Seiko, Delirious, Wasted, and he's going to be really slow. Wasted will get deployed. Slinky as well. Carpo and Cash. Actually, Cash is not going to be deployed. He's going to make meds. Who else here? So that's 6 that want to be deployed. Maybe Honey and... I'm trying to think. Sorry I'm taking so long. There's a lot to manage here. Little Light. No, actually, Little Light, you got 1 arm. Sorry, I'm going to keep you benched. Rage also has 1 arm, right? Yeah. So Little Light and Rage, you're going to wait a little bit. You're going to be defending the home until you're better healed up. So Hollow. So there's 8. So now I'm going to pull 8 from my current lineup. So Pharaoh, Muhammad, Knave, Acid, Oboro, because you're also crafting bolts, Louis, Ches, and then we can fill them back in. Good. We stick to our 20. We have a prince in the group, so that's not an issue, and everybody's healed. So now the next question is weight, carry weight. So of these guys here, I'm going to have to kill their following meat pants, because that will keep triggering, and they will keep running home, which is not good. And then I want to outfit them. So the swarm. Alright, so Hollow, you are running to... What are you running to do? That was weird. I have no idea what he was trying to do. Alright, so the slowest here should be Wasted, maybe, because he was the newest. But he's actually leveled up to 20 move speed, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So we're going to get everybody else somewhat equipped. So Slink here, let's get you some armor. Some specialist grade shirts. So we're in combat. So what's going on over here? Oh, Seiko. What are you doing, buddy? I think they were hauling corpses or something, and he just definitely got himself all sorts of shredded. Guys... I wasn't aware that I told you to go attack spiders like crazy people. I guess Ron, Delirious, Beep, you guys look pretty well geared up. Let's have you go fight these spiders, because we're going to now need to effect a rescue, because that's exactly what I wanted to do. So this is Ron going mano a mano with a spider. As you can see, he's actually pretty good at it. At this point. Everybody else, stop trying to flood the area. Beep, you want to go join him? Now the issue is I don't want wounded people, and I don't want people that aren't really, really strong because it would slow down my deployment. Guys, I keep telling... There's a reason why I keep throwing you back. Yeah, they're stubborn. If you lose a leg, it's your own fault. Like pillar. Yeah, we keep hitting this spider in all of its strong points. So that was not a very effective way to do that. Thor, let's just have you grab the loot. Now we have a whole lot of healing up to do. And then, of course, there's still Seiko down here, who's hurt. I think what happened was they were maybe chasing a babbler or something. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, I'm unimpressed with that defensive performance. Alright, so let's pick him up. And really no fault of your own, because I do realize it was my fault that I got him hurt. But Seiko, you're going to sub out this one as well. We will send in Green. I wouldn't mind having some additional bow people. Alright, so Ron and Honey are ready to go. Green, that is Silvershade's arm, I think. Let's go burn it, because I don't know what else to do with it. I'm trying to get everyone to queue up, but my goodness, they are like herding cats. So Slink, you need armor, and you need to grab armor. Where are you? You're going to need to grab armor from someone that is the home team. Frenchie, can I click on you? Why can't I click on... There we go. Frenchie, you're all set. Thorns and Red Rain are all set. Troller, you're fine. Thor, you will be fine. Once you heal up a little bit. Ray, you got really walloped. Let's get you healed. Where is he? He is crawling. Oh my goodness. Even Pillar is pretty wounded too. Yeah, I should have just put them all on hold, but I didn't. Minus, you got enough armor. Sing Healy, you got enough, but you need to heal as well. Troll, you need to heal as well. So it's really just Slinky that needs some gear. And Wasted. Alright, so them two need outfits, and I'll probably steal it from someone in the home team. Beep here is way too encumbered, so I'm going to have to ditch... Unfortunately, I'm going to have to ditch his Masterwork armor for someone's home team armor. So, some Hands of the Queen here. Acid, you want... Oh, no. Actually, we should do it with someone that has armor that Beep will be able to wear. So, Dig, you're going to take it. Beep has a particularly big frag axe. Oh man, even that is encumbering. So Beep, you're also going to have to ditch. If you ditch your pants... No, I think this frag axe is just too big. It's just too heavy for him. As much as he wants it. It's forever going to be a problem. So what weapon I could take instead? Crab should be back to... Yeah, Crab has been back at this. I'm going to take a 99 katana, because that is somewhat similar to a big old blade, right? It's not exactly, but it's closer. So it'll look like Beep has a big sword or something. And even then, he's still encumbered, but not quite so much that he can't run around. Hella, you need some bolts, but Oboro's been crafting them up. So let's take some bolts. Carpo, you probably also need gear. In fact, we should be Those hive plates should have colored. Interesting. I don't know why I didn't. I did set up my coloring again, so we should be able to get some colors out of our gear. Meat pants. So Carpo, Slinky, and... oh man, I'm doing a bad job of getting them all ready quick. And Wasted. Get over here. So let's go grab some armor. So Louie, you're going to give up this to Slinky. That encumbers Slinky a bit too much, so let's ditch the helmet. Don't get hit on the head, Slink. Alright, Wasted and Carpo. I'm probably only going to be... maybe... no, I probably won't be able to wear medium. I'll only be able to wear light plate. So I need to find others with light plate on. So Jert. And... meat pants. Okay. How are you this... oh, because of the light plates. I'm just going to burn these old pants. Alright, Carpo, you are now 17? That's not great, but that's about as fast as you could go, I guess. Given your encumbrance. Alright. The amount of time I took to outfit everyone has also allowed the people that were wounded to heal. Hollow, you also need armor, don't you? So I need to find armor off of someone over here, too. Now, eventually, having enough armor for everybody would be really, really, really nice. And I will work towards that. Hollow. Let's go pick up that. So, Heresy, you should be working on your robotics skill. Yep, level 8. That's not terrible. Alright, so now everybody is armored up. And we're good to go. Red Rain, you are going to pick up some additional sleeping bags. And Thorns, you will too. I should just, I should get in the habit of having Thorns and Red Rain have at least like a stack each. I'm going to start selling these small meds too. I'll fill the remainder of my inventory with these mini meds because I don't really need to rely on them. In fact, we'll sell some of the regulars as well. Alright, so the slowest person in this should be Carpo, I think. And we'll find out pretty soon if that isn't the case. With this, oh no, Delirious is... you, Delirious, you're not even supposed to be in this group. Or maybe you are, but the fact that you can't walk prohibits you. So, Seiko, you're back in. Congratulations, Seiko. We'll get you back into the swarm. It helps to have someone that could do some stealth, I guess. So that's what we're prioritizing. Yeah, it takes a considerable amount of time. Oh, so Wasted, you're even slower. Hand your food off to Ron. Ron will carry it. And let's all follow Wasted. So Wasted is barely faster than an Iron Spider, so this will be quite a walk, I think. We'll have to be careful with them. So now, Queen, you have researched... let's go with weapon grades right now. And then... I don't know why Crab's making a Cat 3 weapon, but that will be the last that he makes. Soon everything will be like even higher quality than I currently have. Knave. I have a bunch of cooked fish still, but yeah, so I'm not going to make you fish. Pretty much everybody should be following Meat Pants if they don't have a job. So anyone that's standing around... Ray, why are you walking away? Oh, you're staying low. Why? I haven't actually told you to stay low. Also, aren't you supposed to be with the rest of us? What are you... He's a weird dude. Well, he'll catch up. Ray, go follow wasted. We getting into... Oh, yeah, we're about to get into some spider fights. I think we already... Yeah, we're in the middle of a spider fight. Guys! Watch where you're going. Alright, everybody, get over here. Seiko, I don't know what you're doing. Stop. That's what got you killed in the first place. Put the dude down. Alright, so we got a little wounded because... more than a little wounded, but I'm not going to stop. Because we got walloped. Probably gonna have to watch them more closely so they don't walk into... God, every spider is active over here. Must have had a recent respawn or something. Ominous music for a lot of battle. Check back on them in just a moment. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for hinges here and spring steel. So let's go ahead and make what we need. So we need 9 hinges and 3 spring steel. Is that right? That's 9 hinges and a boro. You'll make 3 spring steel. Alright, Pharaoh. Follow meat pants. Delirious, J, Ches. Follow meat pants. Rage. Follow meat pants. I didn't bring food with these guys, but I do have some on me. But it's possible that I'll do some hunting while I'm out, too. Let me just do a quick... so Green and Honey have particularly damaged limbs. We've got some chest damage. I guess it could be worse. Not gonna lie, it would be a good idea to stop and heal up, but... I'm more interested about trying to get the ball rolling, as you could probably already tell. So the idea here is to get out to World's End and do a little trading up there, because we have tons and tons of stuff to sell, and then level up. Then, you know, get into some fights and get stronger with the people that we have in our lineup. For me to be able to take on bigger and better targets and really start wars, I wouldn't mind getting in a fight with some slavers and all that, but for me to be able to do that, I need to be a lot stronger than I currently am. Both literally strength, dexterity, melee attack and defense, but also, you know, the additional strength will allow me to equip superior armor and weapons that at the moment we just simply don't have the strength to use effectively. Case in point is how unbelievably slow Wasted's moving because of how encumbered he is. And only someone like Braun here has decent armor because he's the strongest and can carry it. Yeah, if you look at who put on the masterwork. So this masterwork heavy plate armor weighs 21 kilograms, which is, so this soldier plate armor weighs 26. Soldier plate weighs more than the heavy plate. this just ambient? Yeah, it's just ambient. No, apparently not. Come on, game. Why are you blasting my eardrums? Yeah, I actually really do enjoy the Kenshi soundtrack, but my only complaint would be it's not normalized volume. So some songs are, well, if you can call them some of the tracks are super loud, and some are not. And you just don't really know what you're getting into until it blows your eardrums out. Alright, I didn't mean to repeat Q, that's my bad. At least that last one was an MK1. Alright, Little Light Knave, you should be following Meat Pants. Yeah, the idea here is to follow Meat Pants for athletics skill. And also, for all the ones that are wearing particularly thick armor, they will also level up. So Snowy here doesn't quite make specialist or masterwork grade. So if we take a look at her stats, her armor smithing, she's a chance to make masterwork, but mostly she's just cranking out specialist. But I would say let's get some soldier plate armor made with her. And then Resnick, you should be plate beating. Now the reason you're not, I suspect, is because you're out of iron, raw iron. I suppose I could melt down some of the Howler stuff. It's probably a woeful misuse of Howler armor, but I don't really care. I'm going to melt it down anyway because I want iron to be able to make my own armor. I don't need their inferior armor. Alright, bye-bye limb. And now Resnick should be plate beating. Perfect. Yeah, we definitely want more armor and less of these hive leather vests. In fact, we at this point can make chainmail, can't we? Chainmail sheet fabrication bench. Let's put that over here. And then chainmail armor crafting bench. Put that over here as well. Put some storage around it, so it will be chainmail storage. I can put that right there. And then some lights. Hope that illuminates all of it. So Jay, you aren't crafting that because I'm out of plates in general storage. Okay. That's totally fine as long as I know. Let's fill those plates back up. I go through plates pretty quickly. Some of it is just because I'm doing a lot of weaponsmithing and stuff like that, and I use the plates to make steel, and then the steel makes the weapons. It is a very expensive process, so I cannot wait until I have an iron mine of my own. That will be very good. All right, so now that we have that set in motion, Crab is making his last crummy weapon, and then soon Queen will have all the weapon grade stuff except for Edgewalkers researched. That will really kick up our game a lot. I don't even know how to explain how much of a difference that's going to make. We are a few AI cores away from Edgewalker. Homemade Edgewalkers are really, really, really good. All right, so we've got some babblers on our tail. Wasted is still walking slow. I could speed him up by handing off his armor for someone else to carry. So I might do that. So Ray, looks like you could carry wasted stuff. So now he's moving at 20. But also looks like you're running straight at some beak things. So I'm having sort of every man for himself run away from the beak things. I obviously could take on beak things. It's more the fact that I just am trying to get to World's End without much delay. But we do have some people falling behind. Alright, so this beak thing here is going to get trashed. Alright, it's already down. Let's see. Someone that has a lot of carry weight for the meat. Telling you do. Alright, moving on. Let's patch up. Do a little med. Hella says everybody's good. Alright, is 20 miles an hour the slowest? No. Carpo, you also should give your armored array. So Carpo, you're 21. Wasted, you're 20. Green, you also should give your armored array. And then Green, you probably have enough carry weight for... Yeah. Okay, so Green, you're at 20 miles an hour. You're the slowest. Let's get to World's End. There was a whole lot of battle going on back there. There were big things fighting and cannibals and I don't know what else, but it was busy. Alright, so we leveled up weapon grades, which should allow us to make MK2s, and we're about to get, again, another weapon upgrade for MK3s. And then once we have MK3s, we'll basically always make MK3s and then have a chance to edge 1s. And then once we research edge walkers, we'll be able to make edge 1s with a chance to edge 2s. Oh boy. Guys, you're supposed to be running away from everything. Alright, I am, again, not all that interested to get in a fight, because I got somewhere to be. And... although I'm sure we could take on a bunch of these cannibals, I don't have any room for their stuff. Which, you know, so our bone dogs are about full up, so. Alright, let's hold up a second to do a little bit more healing. Yep. The occasional getting hit like that only really serves to increase my my toughness, which is not a bad thing to be raising, for sure. But these guys obviously require me to nanny them, because they keep getting into fights. We have some wolves here, but they're gonna leave me alone. Yep, they did. And I'm trying to make an effort to trade weapons and armor only to the tech hunters and flotsam ninjas, and no longer trading to the Western Hive, because just for role-playing's sake, I don't really want to be selling the Western Hive weapons and armor. They are eventually, we're going to go to war with them, and I'd rather not be outfitting them. Not that they'll actually use it, it's, again, just role-playing, but I'd rather not be giving them anything that they can use in the future against me. Alright, here we are. We're going to give this hat trader more than he ever had wanted. Alright. We've bankrupted you. Let's go ahead. It wouldn't hurt to buy some blueprints. I have a lot of money, and I don't mind knowing how to make everything. That's a pretty cool goal. So, we could buy a blueprint or two and free up some money from him. So we have 75 grand now. I mean, it's not like we're tight on cash. And I'm sure I'm about to make a whole lot more. So Ron, let's learn that. Visored helmet. And there's a lot of other blueprints here that I could also buy. Because, yeah, this guy's already out of money. Alright, so let's go ahead. Drifter leather pants, armor rags, mercenary plate, tangle musk, white plate jacket. Now, the reason why I haven't done this yet is the restriction that we're only really going to use the armor that is hiver based, which is why I haven't bothered to buy anything like that previously. But I just bought literally everything I didn't already know, and we still have 100 grand left. So, and Thorn still has a full inventory of stuff. So it's not exactly like it's hard. You know, it's this is why I restricted no thieving and like minimal looting and stuff like that. It's so easy. It is so easy in this game to make just a insane amount of money with very, very little effort. Yeah, this guy is full up. Let's see. I definitely needed some bolts. So, green, did you need bolts? No, you have some regulars. What I should do is group the shooters together. So, I'm going to put green up front, and Hella and Frenchie. So, Frenchie, you needed some bolts. So, Ron will buy some for you. Or you'll buy some for you. All right, 124,000. Let's go into the travel shop. I don't know shade cover. Well, that's a pretty simple one to learn. Checking their maps to make sure it doesn't take me anywhere I want to go. Check for backpacks because I still have a severe lack of thieves' backpacks, but no, nothing of that nature. All right, we're getting rid of some more of this stuff. Wow, he was able to afford a lot. All right, 148,000. I'm hitting up the shops that have more money. The bars don't have as much money as the other vendors. Oh, Ray can't talk to people. Why would I try to trade with Ray? I have no idea. We could go ahead and buy some plates. I probably won't need it. Those science books are only there because I refreshed inventories, so I'm not going to bother doing that. And this construction trader... Oh, let's buy their steel bars, too. And armor plating. Making sure there's nothing left for me to sell on anyone else other than thorns. Yep, I think it's just thorns now. All right, let's run over to the Flotsam. And do some trading there. And then I might just be out of time for this episode. So what did Queen just research? She's still working on weapon grade. And Crab is finishing up this last heavy polearm. And we are almost out of plates already. It's really crazy how fast we go through those. We are starting to make some soldier plates. So for Hands of the Queen, Muhammad, how about you slap one of these big bad boys on? So this thing is dying now. DYE, like color dyes. So I don't really understand why those one pair of pants weren't going. I think they got bugged out, my guess is. Knave, let's get you some armor. Oh, Knave, you actually have some plates on you. And then I would like to eventually run and sell all the random armor, leather armor that I have that I won't need. Louis, yeah, I obviously didn't clear everybody's inventory all that well. Now I see that. Pharaoh, you can hand this off to Meat Pants. Alright, while the group runs to Flotsam Village, I will clean up some of this jazz. Boro, you don't need those bolts. Alright, so we do definitely have some people without armor. But that will be remedied shortly. And then we also have, alright, so we need raw iron for the spring steel, and we're not really going to be able to make that without. And then we also need to, yeah, let's keep grinding the motors. Whatever happened to the, oh, we put the... Okay, so we put the hinges in already. That's good. So we needed pearl vase and 3 hinges, or 3 spring steel. We have 1 spring steel. If I dump this spring steel out, it means we can finish up that one of the lock picking. So Jay's grabbing that right now. And this will allow people to level up to level 30 lock picking, which I sort of said was okay. It's okay to have people level up in lock picking. So Chaz, looks like you forgot to follow Meat Pants. You are going to have to be lock picking now. Back to everybody else over here. We are in the middle of Flotsam Village. So let's sell the last of the stuff we have to our allies. Nope, they won't talk to me. Who's the store? You guys really need a man. Oh, there we are. Doing a really bad job of manning their store. Business 101. Man your stores. So Hella, let's buy wakasashis and katanas. Research. Buy some more bolts. And that should allow us to sell some more grog. Yep, we just sold out the grog. We almost have 200 grand. And we now have like so many more blueprints than we didn't have before. Before I leave here, I would like to get some rest going. So they do have a... Yeah, they have a place for me to do some resting. So let's rent some beds for the people that got particularly beat up by... We don't even ever rent them because we're allies, aren't we? On the people that got particularly walloped. And that way, at the start of the next episode, we'll be ready to fight some cannibals or whomever we wish to beat up. Do they have any other beds? Because these are just refuges. No, they might not have any other beds. Because, yeah, they have just sitting pillows and the like. Alright, well, that's okay. We have a few people resting up, and they will heal up plenty quick to be able to swap in some additional hurt people. And then we're going to go find some cannibals to smash their faces in. So if you are a patron of mine and you have a desire to have a character named after you, all you got to do is contact me on Discord, and I'll let you know the details. If you aren't a patron of mine and that interests you, because I don't have that much of a long waiting list for names at this point, all you got to do is let me know. I'd be more than happy to name more characters after you guys. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback from me of any type, or ideas for potential adventures, I'm also game to hear those as well. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode and tune in next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Adios.